Good evening, everyone. It's 6:30, so we'll call the meeting to order. Mr. Cusick, would you please call the roll?
Mrs. Costa Flowers.
Present.
Mrs. Davis.
Present.
Mrs. Epling Skinner.
Present.
Ms. Harless is absent. Mrs. Hudson.
Present.
Good evening. My name is Amber Epling Skinner. I have the privilege of being the president of Worthington Board of Education for this year. I'll introduce my colleagues who are up here with me. We have Nikki Hudson, Kelly Davis, Treasurer TJ Cusick, Superintendent Dr. Trent Bowers, and Sheena Costa Flowers. If you're able, if you could please stand and we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, if I could get a motion to approve the agenda for tonight's meeting.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Any amendments? Mr. Cusick, would you please call the roll?
Mrs. Costa Flowers.
Yes.
Mrs. Davis.
Yes.
Mrs. Epling Skinner.
Yes.
Ms. Harless. Or Mrs. Hudson.
Yes.
Motion carries. The agenda is approved. Our next item on the agenda is a Board of Education recognition that we also need a motion for. So if I could get a motion.
So moved.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Mr. Cusick, would you please call the roll?
Mrs. Davis.
Yes.
Mrs. Epling Skinner.
Yes.
Mrs. Hudson.
Yes.
Mrs. Costa Flowers.
Yes.
Motion carries. Okay. So tonight, we are honored to recognize an exceptional group of Worthington Kilbourne High School students for their achievement in the International Baccalaureate, or IB, Diploma Program. The IB Diploma Program is one of the world's most rigorous and respected academic programs recognized by colleges and universities across the globe. While many schools offer advanced placement AP coursework, only about 3% of Ohio's public high schools offer the full IB Diploma Program, making this a truly distinctive opportunity for Worthington students. Students may participate in the program in different ways. Some choose to take individual IB courses or pursue a partial IB program, while others complete the full IB diploma. Earning the full diploma requires students to successfully complete a challenging sequence of coursework across multiple subject areas, pass comprehensive assessments, conduct an independent research project through the extended essay, complete the interdisciplinary theory of knowledge course, and engage in meaningful creativity, activity, and service, CAS, experiences. Students completed a capstone initiative called a Wolf Project that challenged them to identify a need and create a meaningful, lasting impact within their community. Some of those projects included creating a garden space at Sutter Park Preschool, founding a model United Nations club at WKHS, holding a senior class voter registration drive, and chairing the field hockey team's Stick It to Cancer, and raising $17,000 for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. So the students we have here with us this evening crossed their graduation stages in May as IB diploma candidates, but have since learned just earlier this month that they scored high enough on their internal and external assessments to receive the full diploma. So these students exemplify Worthington's portrait of a learner. They've grown as critical thinkers and resilient learners, demonstrated leadership through service, collaborated to make a meaningful impact, and communicated their ideas with confidence and purpose. Their accomplishments reflect not only their own dedication, but also the support of their families, some of them here tonight, and the outstanding Worthington educators who have guided them throughout this journey. Educators, I've seen a few of you here in the audience. If I say your name and you want to stand to be recognized, there's John Jordan, Lauren Glaros, I saw Lauren, Megan Humphrey, John Sprunger, Marley Hittapole, Christiane Baker, Michelle Hill, Kathy Cahoon, Becky Watson, Susan Kucherik, Lauren Haverkamp, Mel Hopkins, Sean Marks, Noelle Avalerana, and Sarah Schnell. So thank you all for coming on this summer evening, and thank you for guiding the students so far on this 2-year journey. They couldn't have done it without your help. So at this time, I would like IB coordinator Jeannie Goodwin and the students who are here with us this evening who have received the IB diploma to come forward for a photo and a certificate. Emily Bartlett, Yuri de Freitas, Felipe, Gabby Epling, Isaiah Kim, Connor Morris, Allie Ridgway, and I know Zoe Kellner is not with us tonight, right? So, oh, her fat head is here. Fantastic. So students, I think what we'll do here, I would love to hear from each of you. If you would just say your name, and maybe I'm putting you on the spot here a little bit. Hopefully Ms. Goodwin gave you a heads up. Just your favorite part about the IB program.
I'm Connor Morris, and my favorite part was the people, both the students and the teachers.
Hi, I'm Allie. This is Zoe Kellner. My favorite part was probably writing my first IA, which was business.
I'm Gabby Epling, and my favorite part was probably meeting the people. They're really great.
My name is Yuri de Freitas, and my favorite part is probably getting to develop relationships with my teachers and friends.
My name is Emily Bartlett, and my favorite part was probably just meeting all these people that I never would have met otherwise.
My name is Isaiah Kim, and my favorite part was probably watching soccer during knowledge.
All right. I'm Jeannie Goodwin. This is the 9th group of students I've had the opportunity to work with in my tenure as IB coordinator, and I have to tell you, they make it look so easy. I know it's not easy, but you guys abstained from some of the drama we've seen past cohorts churn through, and you really dug deep to find that resiliency and to complete everything you set your minds to with aplomb. So we couldn't be prouder of you. My only advice to you is to carry what you've learned here into your future endeavors and to keep in touch with your IB pals.
And on behalf of the board, we are so proud of you and congratulations, excited to see what you do next. Corey down here in the front has a camera. Corey, do you want to move us in any way, or are we okay?
Can I just put everyone together? like each other. All right. We're here. 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Okay. And you are all welcome to stay for the entire board meeting if you'd like, but you are also free to go if you want. You won't hurt our feelings at all. Thank you all for coming and congratulations. Okay, this brings us to our visitors' comments section of the meeting. Vicki Neza is bringing around the list of people who have signed up to speak this evening. And while she's doing that, I am going to share that the school board and administrative staff encourage and appreciate community interest in meetings of the Board of Education. This section of the agenda is designed to hear the views of community members about their schools and items on the agenda. Each speaker will be asked to address the board at the visitors' podium so that the speaker's remarks may be clearly heard. The speaker should give their name and street address and limit comments to a maximum of 5 minutes. If more than 6 speakers are present, speakers will be limited to 3 minutes. Consistent with our policy 9130 on public complaints, we ask that complaints about particular employees be referred to the superintendent and not addressed during public session. We remind all speakers that our district values and respects all people as they are, and that our district is committed to creating and maintaining safe spaces for all our students and community members. We want to remind our community that we value public input and always appreciate when our community members remember our district's values, refraining from using harmful or offensive language, and for sharing your comments in a civil and respectful manner. It is not our usual practice to respond to remarks during the visitor comment section of our meeting. So it looks like Engagement and participation policies. Dr. Bowers.
Yes, thank you. So we are required annually to review the Title I parent and family engagement and participation policies. So you see policy 2111, parent and family engagement, and then policy 2261.01, parent and family member participation in the Title I programs. These policies that you see in front of you are identical to the policies that you have approved previously. So we're not recommending any changes to the policy, but we do have to annually review them at a board meeting. So that's what this is.
I'll motion to approve. Second.
And the question is, I don't know that we
Oh, we don't have to
actually
motion?
do
We
it
just have to
approval.
review them?
So,
Okay.
but thank you.
You bet.
So is there any action required of us at this time for this? This
No.
is just informational?
Just information.
So if we wanted to amend it, we could amend it perhaps at the next meeting, but if not.
If we want to amend it, we would go through our typical policy process.
Okay. All right. Well, you're still up. Superintendent's report.
So our mission in Worthington Schools is to empower a community of learners who will change the world. We do that through our 4 vision statements and how we build this report. Our first vision statements, we will engage each student with diverse opportunities to maximize every student's potential. We have hit the point in the year where our new teacher orientation begins next week. This year, we'll welcome 45 new teachers to Worthington. Teaching is tough work, it's deeply human, and it takes a whole lot of heart. The reality is that talented educators in Central Ohio have a lot of choices about where they land, and we're extremely happy that this group of 45 educators have chosen to land in Worthington. With that, I also want to point out, in her new capacity at her first board meeting is our new Director of People Operations, Tiana Miller. So Tiana, welcome to board meetings. Tiana's going to do a great job, and you'll get to see her begin a little bit in action next week at teacher orientation. Our second vision statements will provide a safe environment where every student can grow intellectually, emotionally, socially, and physically. A couple of things coming up here very quickly. So the Worthington Schools Style Drop is a community initiative collecting gently used clothing to help Worthington families prepare for the new school year. Families can come to the Back to School Style Drop on August 7th or August 8th. Information is on our website, but August 7th is 5 to 8 p.m. That's a Friday evening. August 8th is Saturday morning, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. These are both at our Worthington Operations Center at Bush Boulevard. Also on August 8th, we will have our second annual Family Resource Fair from 9 a.m. to 12 noon, also at the Worthington Operations Center, so families can hit both of those, the Style Drop and the Family Resource. Also on August 8th, for those with our youngest learners, is our First Time Riders bus event. So here at the Worthington Education Center, the program's designed to get your child ready to ride the school bus. Activities will include bus tours, rides given by Worthington drivers. Children get to touch a bus, ride a bus, all those types of things. Principals from our preschool and elementary schools will be available to meet during certain times. Those times, again, are on our website. So we'd love families to try to stop during those designated times. But if you can't, that's okay. We want families to come whenever they can during that moment, that morning. And here at our Worthington Education Center, we are really close, within about a mile of our Operations Center on Bush Boulevard. So we'd love families to hit both of those events on Saturday morning, the 8th. Third, we'll provide consistent communication and promote dialogue with our community. You see those events on August 7th and 8th because our new school year begins on August 19th. Our back to school website is up. Just Google Worthington Schools and you'll find everything you need to know for the new school year. It's very comprehensive on that webpage, so check out the back to school webpage because reminder, school begins for most students Wednesday, August 19th. And then finally, we'll be responsible and transparent with our community's resources. This summer, new running tracks were installed at both, or walking, but tracks were installed at both Worthington Kilbourne and Thomas Worthington High School. The construction of those tracks caused our stadiums to be closed for public use. Those tracks are now back open, and we welcome community use when games are not going on in the stadium. So come get some exercise on the brand new tracks. President Epling Skinner, that's my report.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Bowers. Sheena, do you have?
I did have a quick question. Are volunteers still needed for the back to school style drop or the resource fair? I know that they were needed leading up to and preparing for.
We're kind of all looking at Toya here. I think the answer is probably yes, but I don't want to answer for her.
Okay, so volunteers are still needed for the style drop, the date of August 7th and 8th, or leading up to? Okay, so volunteers are still needed. Please volunteer if you're available. You can find that information on the Worthington Schools website. Anything else, Toya? Okay, great. We'll see you there. We'll be volunteering too. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments, Nikki? No? Okay. Treasurer's report. Mr. Cusick.
Thank you. Three quick updates for me tonight. I think as you mentioned, legislatively, things are quiet. There was representatives on break, but one bill that did pass before the House left was 314, which seeks to put some limitations on public records requests. Not that we're against transparency in any way, but through the proliferation of AI, we've seen a massive uptick of what I would call data mining type requests from out of state. We get probably a dozen a week that are pretty labor intensive. So this bill seeks to attempt to limit disruptive or what they call harassing requests. And so I think it could get a little bit better through the Senate to maybe give us some relief from that. So we'll see if that makes its way when they return. I did hear from our state auditors today, and just as a heads up, you will all be getting communication from them that you get every year. They'll be beginning our audit. You'll get what they call an engagement letter. You'll be asked to fill out a fraud survey. So if you have any questions on those, feel free to reach out. But that should be coming in the next few weeks. And speaking of audits, I asked Bricker and Eckler to prepare a preliminary arbitrage calculation for us. So remember, on our bond funds, we're allowed to earn interest up to the amount we pay in interest, and anything over that, we have to pay back. We've earned about $20 million. At roughly 5%, we're paying 3%, so my assumption was we'd have to pay back about $8 million. Long story short, through some use of the Internal Revenue Code, we're allowed to use other expenditures. So we've purchased a warehouse, we've done some renovations here, so we've been able to accelerate some spending. I think we'll be able to keep all 20 million. We don't know for sure, but that should provide us a good start to any phase 3 process that we had. And then lastly, today I received a check for $9,100 for our participation in an electricity demand response program. So major users of electricity are asked to curtail usage when there's a peak, what they call peak alert, a very hot day, so that to help avoid brownouts. So we engaged in that, and we received $9,100 for our efforts last year. So I'd like to congratulate Tim Gehring and our facilities team for actively turning things back when those demands are called. So for the record, that's 3 positives from the treasurer tonight. That is my update, President Epling Skinner.
Always a good thing. Thank you. Board committee reports and assignments. It's been summer, so I feel like it's been quiet. Does anyone have anything?
I don't really have much of anything, just that we participated in the 4th of July parade, Worthington Hills, which is always a fun event, and we did not run out of bubbles and candy, which was exciting. I find that
might be a first.
A win and absolutely a first. Sheena covered the other thing. My family and I have been volunteering at the Style Job Prep, so just you can volunteer through Friday is the time for the prep, then of course the day of. There are a variety of different options that you can volunteer for, so to make the event a success, if you can volunteer, I'll just echo what Sheena said to help out. That's all I have.
Amber, I'll jump in and just to say that in the 9-10 years I've been on the board, we've talked a lot about wraparound services. And what Toya and her team have put together regarding the Style Drop is just truly remarkable. So huge kudos to you for leading and spearheading and the effort and being willing to make it bigger and being open when people come to you and say, could we do this and could we do this? And making it what it's, giving it the opportunity to become what it is today and to see what it will become tomorrow. So really, really impressive. Thank you.
I will just echo, because I've volunteered a few shifts too, and what I love is Toya has the background. You work for Gap, right? It's like walking in a store. It's like walking in a, what is it? Abercrombie. Okay, sorry. I knew it was one of the both. Yes. Well, it's obvious because you walk in there and it is like a real store. It is so fun. I just think our community, when they go, it's only the second year, so I hope that word is spreading that it's an option. It's just a fun place to do back to school shopping. So I'm really excited for everything to come together, and I know it's a huge undertaking, Toya. So thank you for your leadership in that area. Okay, moving along, unless we have anything else to talk about with board committee reports. Okay. Consent agenda, Dr. Bowers.
Thank you. I'd like to recommend that the Board of Education approve the consent agenda. That's items F1 through H1 on your report. You'll see on the consent agenda the approval of minutes and appropriation modifications. You will see our personnel items, some resignations and some hiring this time of year. You'll see a significant underemployment supplemental, fall coaches, fall activity advisors, band directors, all of those types of things that begin August 1st. And then you'll see acceptance of donations along with our impractical busing resolutions for this year. So those are items F1 through H1, please.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Any questions?
I have two questions, real quick ones. Well, one is a statement, just as we're approving personnel, there is the new parent mentor within our special education department. So I just wanted to call that out for Allison English. Everyone is important, right? As that's a transition of a position that I know that people value. Then I had a question about a donation. So we have a donation that's going to Perry, and it's for a significant amount of money. So I was just curious as to what that's for, what it's going to.
Yeah, so I can speak to that. Janice Ewing, I'm told, is a retired teacher at Perry and Slate Hill, and wanted to give back a significant amount of money to enhance the courtyard area. And they're calling it the garden area, and so that is a substantial personal donation by a retired teacher.
How wonderful. That's beautiful. Thank you. That's all I had. I'm sorry.
Okay. So I think we have a motion. We have a second. Any other discussion? Mr. Cusick, would you please call the roll?
Mrs. Epling Skinner.
Yes.
Mrs. Hudson.
Yes.
Mrs. Costa Flowers.
Yes.
Mrs. Davis.
Yes.
Motion carries. For anyone following along on board docs, I will flag that there is something on here. Well, I guess actions recommended by the superintendent, new business. I don't believe we have new business, right? So we'll skip past that. Requests, questions, concerns from the board. Hearing none. That brings us to our calendar. Next meeting will be August 10th. 6:30 p.m. That will be our last board meeting before the school year begins. That will be right here at the WEC. And then August 24th, 6:30, also here at the WEC. September 14th at 6:30, our next regularly scheduled meeting right here at the Worthington Education Center. That brings us to adjournment. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Mr. Cusick, would you please call the roll?
Mrs. Hudson.
Yes.
Mrs. Costa Flowers.
Yes.
Mrs. Davis.
Yes.
Mrs. Epling Skinner.
Yes, motion carries. Thank you. Have a nice evening.